Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's Bhagavath Katha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Ved Swamiti Namini. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Ved Swamiti Namini. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास गौर भक्त वृंदा. Please tell loudly. Hare Krishna कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I make many praises to Srila Prabhupada. Also, I convey my praise to Srila Prabhupada for having given us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All goes to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radhani and Lord Gopinath. Tell loudly. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Loudly please. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, we are in the Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 6. Today we are doing 37th verse. Srila Narada Maharshi is explaining all his memories of previous birth to Srila Vyasa Deva. Now it is Sutavacha, that means disciple of Vyasa Bhagwan. He is telling this to Parikshit Maharaja during his discourse during the 7 days of Parikshit Maharaja's last moments. Sutavacha, please repeat the verse 3 times with me slowly. I shall do the narration later. Evam Sambhasya, loudly please. Evam Sambhasya Bhagavan Narado Vasavi Sutam Amantriya Vinam Ranayan Yayau Yadvichikko Munihi. Evam Sambhasya Bhagavan Narado Vasavi Sutam Amantriya Vinam Ranyam Yavau Yadvichikko Munihi. एवं संभाष्य भगवान नारदो वासवी सुतम अमांत्र्य विनाम रणयन ययो यद्युक्तो मुनिः. एवं संभाष्य भगवान नारदो वासवी सुतम अमांत्रवीनम रण्यन ययो यद्युक्तो मुनिः. The word to word meaning of this verse is Sutaha, Sutta Goswami, the disciple of Vyasa Bhagwan. Vacha said, Evam, thus, Sambhasya, addressing Bhagavan, transcendentally powerful, Naradaha, Narada Muni, Vasavi, named Vasavi Satyavati, Sutam, son, Amantriya, inviting, Veenam, instrument, Ranayan, vibrating, Yayo, went, Yaduchaya, wherever willing, Munihi, the sage. Sutta Goswami said, thus addressing Vyasadeva, Srila Narada Muni took leave of him, and vibrating on his Veena instrument, he left to wander at his free will. All this time, Narada Maharshi, he was telling about his memories in the previous creation as son of a maid servant. After addressing to Vyasadeva, Sri Narada Muni, he took leave of him. That means he took a bid farewell to Vyasa Bhagwan and left that place, vibrating of Veena instrument. What he does is always, every second, he will be singing the kirtanas of Krishna Bhagwan on the veena instrument. He left to wander at his free will. He moves from one place to another place out of his will. He does not have any activity excepting preaching God. Every living being is anxious for full freedom because that is his transcendental nature. We want independence. That is the reason we fought with Englishers and we got independence. But are really independent? We are not independent at all. Still, we are bounded by so many rules and regulations, which are all copyright of British people itself. Today, even to move on the road, also there will be so many regulations will be there. We need independence, but still we don't have independence. Here, independence nature means we should be thinking about the God. You do all your actions, thinking about the God, transcendental nature, spiritual this thing we should have. And this freedom is obtained only through the transcendental service of Lord. Whereas the outside, whatever government regulations are there, they can be changed or removed, or a new law can come into by the decisions of the government. Whereas here, in for our to get free from this nature of this so many both qualities of good and bad are there in the world, but they're all temporary. So to get rid of that this thing, we need to do devotional service. That means it's not that we have to stop all our activities. While doing our all our activities, karma, we should think that we are doing it as a service to God. Then only we get freedom from this nature, and we will be in the transcendental service of Lord. Illusioned by the external energy, everyone thinks that is free. That is what earlier told. Though we got independence, we are never free. We are never free. We are bounded by so many laws, regulations, everything. Even to just walk on the road, also there are so many regulations. Are you need to go slowly. You need to see here and there. Even by walk, also there are so many regulations. Otherwise, somebody will come and hit us. We'll meet with an accident. Something happens, goes wrong. So we don't have any free independence there. Similarly, but actually he is bound by the laws of nature. Like that, there are different laws of nature is there, laws of state government is there, laws of central government. So many international laws are there. So many things are binding us. So a conditioned soul cannot freely move from one place to another, even on this earth. On this earth, we cannot move from one place to another place. If you want to go to any foreign countries, you need to have a passport, our country passport. You need to have a visa from that wherever destination you are going, that country. So many things will be there. And to again to travel, you need to have a ticket for flying. So many things we have to follow. So we cannot move from one place to another. And what to speak of one planet to other. But a full-fledged free soul like Narada, Narada just thinks of going to Indraloka, he will go to Indraloka. If he thinks of going to Vaikuntha Loka, he will go to Vaikuntha Loka. If he wants to travel to another universe, he will go to another universe. Even he can go to Patala, wherever hell, all the suffering is there. But it's not that Narada is going to Patala to suffer. He can go anywhere, any place at his will, and he does not need any aid of any flight, satellite, or rocket. Just he thinks he is there. Always engaged in the chanting of the Lord's glory. He is free to move not only on earth but also any part of the universe as well as any part of the spiritual sky. We can just imagine the extent and unlimitedness of his freedom, which is as good as the Supreme Lord. Like Krishna Paramatma, wherever he wants to go, he can just appear and disappear. He does not need any of his any means of aid to travel. Similarly, Narada also, if he wants, he will disappear here and appear in some other place within the earth or any other planet or any of sky. Within the spiritual world, he can move from anywhere to anywhere with his own thinking in the mind and chanting Krishna. There is no reason or obligation for his traveling. And it's not that he has to move only for if he has having any reason. He need not have any reason. He can move for any this thing. Whereas we on the earth, it's not like that. Until unless we have reason, we don't go out because we need to spend a lot on the tickets, traveling, and we need a lot of time, lot of energy is required. So many things is there. So if you want to see somebody in America or London, where abroad, or even within the country in different cities, we want to go to some visit, travel like that. We need to have some reason. But for Nadamarshi, there is no reason at all. His only reason is chanting and preaching about the glories of the God, Supreme Lord. And there is no reason for him, for us, there will be, for our traveling, we will be stopped by the flight because if we don't have tickets or if we don't have passports, they will not allow us to go. Or well, after reaching the destination, if we don't have the visa, they will not allow to give us an entry. Like that, we will have so many reasons for hurdles for in our life. In Narada Maharshi's life, he is never stopped by anyone for any reason. He will be moving on his own. And we can just imagine extend the unlimitedness of freedom, which is as good as Supreme Lord. There is no reason or obligation for his traveling, and no one can stop him from his free movement. Similarly, the transcendental system of devotional service is also free. Like that, even for us, we have to make lot of efforts, and after doing all efforts, we will not give it this life because we have already committed many sins, and we may commit more sins unknowingly or knowingly. So we should not have any of those sins. No carry forward should be there. And until unless we are completely surrendered to Krishna, and doing the service through his devotees, associate through devotees, will not be free from this nature. Similarly, the transcendental system of devotional service is also free. It may or may not develop in a particular person even after he undergoes all the detailed formulas. So it's only we can develop association with the devotees, and here we are freed in the devotional. There is no hurdle. You can worship Rama, you can worship Krishna, you can worship Srinivasa, like that. Also, you can also worship Devatas also. But since our ultimate goal is going back to Godhead, it is necessary that we worship only Krishna in any of his incarnations, Varaha, Rama, any of Krishna's incarnations. One may be fortunate to have it or may not have it, even after thousands of endeavors. You can have a lot of goals in your life. It's not that you should have only one goal. You can have many goals. You can earn crores of rupees. You can earn lot of properties. You can possess valuable cars. You can have valuable jewelry. But everything, after having all those things, our ultimate goal should be going back to Godhead. That is our original home. That is our original home where we need to go back. So, for that purpose, you are free. You don't have any hurdles to worship Krishna in any of his forms. Therefore, all spheres of devotional service, freedom is the main pivot. In devotional services, one has freedom. You can do your worship as you like. There is no regulation. Only thing, your mind should be peaceful. You should concentrate on meditation and devotional service. Rituals also, it is if you know, you can follow the rituals. If you do not know the rituals, you need not follow. Just remember the God. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told. 600 years ago, he has given us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, blessed with Mahamantra, which has no regulations. You can chant anywhere, anytime. The freedom surrender to the Lord does not mean that the devotee becomes dependent in every respect. Here, only to the worshipping of God you have freedom. You can worship any form you like, but it's not that whatever action you are doing, you are free from that one. That you need to follow a dharma, a good, righteous path. You cannot follow unrighteous path. To surrender unto the Lord through the transfer medium of spiritual master is to attain complete freedom from life. See, we have taken many lakhs and lakhs of births earlier, like animals, insects, birds, everything. But we are now, with very great difficulty, God has blessed us with this human form, and this we have intelligence in this human form, so we need to uh, follow the dharma righteous path, so that we'll be able to go achieve our ultimate goal is we need to get moksha, salvation. We need not worry that we are going to die. We are born to die. So after dying, we should not take another birth. Life after life will be there. Birth after birth will be there. That we need not to take. Whether it is an insect form or bird form or animal form or human form or even devatas, they have their lives. Once we are born, we have to die. You need not get scared about it, but otherwise, our ultimate goal is only to go back to Godhead, our original home. The, free, the freedom surrendered to the Lord does not mean that devotee becomes dependent in every uh, respect. To surrender to the Lord through the transfer medium of spiritual master is to attain complete freedom of life. We shall go to the next verse, that is 38th verse. I shall repeat the verse 3 times. Thereafter, I shall do the narration. Please tell loudly along with me. Aho Devarshi Dhanyo Ayam Yet Kiritam Saranga Danavanaha Gayan Madhyan Idam Tantriha Ramyati Aturam Jagat Aho Devashi Danyo Ayam Yat Kirtim Samgada Manaha Gayan Madhyan Idam Tantriya Ramayati Aturam Jagat Aho Devarshi Danyo Ayam Yat Kiritim Sanagadavanmannaha Gayan Madhyan Idam Tantriya Ramayati Aturam Jagat Aho Devashidanyayam Yatkiritam Samagadanavanaha Gayan Madhyan Idam Tantriya Ramayati Adam Jagat. The word to word meaning of this verse is Aho, all glory to Devarshi, the sage of gods. Danyaha, all success. Ayam, yet, one who, Kirtim, glories. Sarangat Danvanaha, of the personality of Godhead. Gayan, singing. Madhyan, taking pleasure in. Idam, this. Tantraya, by means of the instrument. Ramyati, enlivens. Aturam, distressed. Jagat, world. All glory and success to Srila Narada Muni, because he glorifies the activities of personality of Godhead, and so doing he himself takes pleasure and also enlivens all the distressed souls of the universe. By the activities of Narada Maharshi, what he is doing is just glorifying the God. Glowing to God, the personality of Godhead. And by doing so, he not only takes pleasure, he is also enlivening the all the distressed souls. We are all distressed souls. We are conditioned souls. We are attracted by his nature with satvika guna, tamas and rasa gunas, and we are because of being conditioned, we are taking birth after birth. Whereas Narada Maharshi, by doing glorifying the Supreme Lord, is enlightening all the distressed souls in this universe. See, Nadamani plays on his instrument to glorify the transcendental activities of Lord. He will be always carrying his Veena instrument. On that point, while playing on Veena, he'll be just glorifying the God, glorify the God, and to give relief to all miserable living entities of the universe. His only main purpose is traversing all through the universes, just preaching about the God. While preaching about the God, he himself is enjoying the pleasure of the divine God, as well also he is uh, giving us relief in the miserable living of these entities in this universe. No one is happy here within the universe. We think we might be happy for some time, but after some time we'll be suffering. Like that, each and every one, both they have suffering and happiness, which are like a life cycle going one after the other, and they are all temporary. No one is happy here within the universe. And what is felt as happiness is a Maya illusion. It's all only illusion, Maya. We are never happy throughout our life. Each individual, whether it is animal or a human being or anybody, even Devata also, they are not happy. Devendra was scared of his power, losing power many times, not once or twice, many times. Like that, everybody will be having sufferings in their lives. The illusory energy of the Lord is so strong that even the hog who lives in the filthy stool feels happy. The hog pig which lives in a filthy stool, that also feels happy by staying there. But it is not permanent and it is never happy at all. In the sewage water it stays. It drinks sewage water. It swims in the sewage water, but still it feels happy. Like that, in this world, every living being, including human beings, we feel happy in this material world, but it's not a real happiness. It's only a illusion. See, like Nadamuni, in order to enlighten the miserable habitants, we are conditioned souls, to help us to get rid of those miserable living situation. He wanders everywhere for the benefit of everybody. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. If every living being is happy, we will also be happy. So Narada Muni is only just wandering all around all the universes, only preaching the glorifying the God. In order to enlighten miserable habitants, he wanders everywhere. His mission is to get back home. He is just leading us to go back to our original home. We have forgotten that original home is the Goloka Vrindavana or the Vaikunta. But otherwise, if here being happy for temporarily, we feel that is our home. It's not at all our real home. That is the mission of all genuine devotees of the Lord, following the footsteps of the great sage. Like that, whoever doing the preaching of God, whether it's like myself or so many preachers are there who are doing the real preaching about the God, they are all want to follow the footsteps of this great sage. Like he could travel each and every place in all the universes, whereas as a human being, normal human being, we don't have that power to travel everywhere like that, like Radha Maharshi. But here, while living in this world, being being conditioned soul and living the soul and understanding the glories of God, we are trying to do preach to each and every individual, so that everybody would leave these sufferings of visible habitation and follow to glorify the God. With this verse, the the Bhaktivedanta purpose for the first canto, sixth chapter is completed. So tomorrow it was a conversation between the Narada Maharshi and Vyasa Maharshi. Here Narada Maharshi explained about his previous birth memories to Vedas Bhagwan, helping him to simplify the compilation of Bhagavatam. So tomorrow we shall be doing with the seventh chapter. We'll be beginning that tomorrow. Before concluding for now, we shall chant Hare Krishna mantra 10 times. Please tell everybody, tell loudly along with me and disperse for now. Again tomorrow, today evening we have Mahabharata. We are starting a new parva. Udyoga Parva we are starting today because Pandavas and Kauravas they have completed the Ajnatavasa with Virat Maharaja and they will be sending the messenger to Duryodhana informing about those things. Those things will discuss in detail in today's Mahabharata discourse in the evening. I request all the devotees to participate in the same. Today evening and tomorrow we have Mahabharata. On Thursday we have Ramayana in the evening in Hindi. And from today to Friday, I will be doing Bhagavata during this time in English. Please chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 10 times loudly with me. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Please tell the Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Please tell Hare Krishna mantra loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. All the new devotees, I request them to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra at least 108 times on chanting beat, because this is the instruction given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a devotee of Krishna about 600 years ago. He actually instructed to do 64 rounds, but at least we shall do 108 in the beginning. You will gain peace of mind. You practice for few days and see, you will gain peace of mind and all your activities will be successful. And this is Mahamantra is not just for a few days or a month or two, it is for our lifetime. It is for our lifetime we need to do. In case you are unable to do more number of chants together, it is not that any regulation is stipulated like that. You do one round, whenever you find time, you do additional rounds. Otherwise, if you while driving bike or driving car, when you cannot use the chanting beat, without chanting beat you do. That would be also helpful. You can do in any number of times. Without counting also you can do, but only thing is while doing all your karma, chant Mahamantra, so that ultimately before leaving this world at the end, we will be remembering God and go back to Godhead. That is our main aim. You can have any number of goals in your life, but our ultimate goal should be only going back to Godhead. So we shall conclude for today now. जय श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की, जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुब्रमण्य की, जय श्री नरसिंह भगवान की, जय श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की, जय श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की, जय श्री पंचतत्वा की, जय श्री मध्भागवत ग्रंथ की, जय श्री हरे कृष्ण मंत्र की, जय श्री प्रभुपाद की. हरे कृष्णा. This is